So Woodlawn is a suburb of Cincinnati, Ohio, where my mother was the mayor, the first African-American female mayor, Susan Upton Farley. And so I grew up in a home where giving back was just a part of what we did daily. And so I was my junior and senior class president at Princeton High School and editor-in-chief of our school newspaper there, Odin's Word. And so I was very active because my mother pushed me to be. I guess she saw different gifts and things in me early on. And so then I got to see her working at Procter & Gamble, but also being on council there in Woodlawn and then eventually becoming the mayor. So all of my upbringing pointed toward helping others and giving back. So after college, I moved to Atlanta, Georgia, and a musician at my church and I became friends. And he was a recording artist. And he got signed to a label in Atlanta called Atlanta International Records. And when I met the president, he and I just immediately became friends. And so he invited me to become a part of the marketing team there at Atlanta International Records. So that was my introduction to the music industry. And from there, I went on to work for another label called Gospel Centric Records. We merged with Sony Music. I became the vice president of Sony Gospel, so my office was in New York and here in Cincinnati where I live. I was on my second child and second nanny and was doing about 50 trips a year. So I just prayed and asked God for some peace in the midst of all of this and started my own firm, I Hear Music, and still have been afforded the opportunity to do the same things I was doing working for the other labels, but now I do it for me. I've had a staff, oh my goodness, of all women for so long at my office. And it wasn't necessarily intentional, but it happened. So I've been able to bring other females along with me and make sure that they were afforded the same opportunities as me. Wherever I stayed when we traveled, so did they. If I knew of a workshop or something to help them in their particular area in my company, I've always pushed them. So I've had an amazing time here in the city getting connected to other women and making sure that they had the opportunities to go into some of the same rooms and meet some of the same people as I had.